everyone, and how are you doing today? I hope everybody is having a really super awesome day today. Regardless of what time of day it may be, I hope that it has been a really good day for you, morning, noon, or night. I hope that it's been awesome. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gabe, and this is Gabe Loves Makeup, and I'm so glad to have you here because today, Miss Charlotte Tilbury has dropped a brand new foundation. And this is the Beautiful Skin Foundation. I'm very curious about this. A lot of claims on it, a lot of things about it. So if you guys are curious about this foundation and you want to know more about it or whatever, then stick around and let's do it together. A little bit of eye makeup. I've done no makeup on my face though. Just a little bit of Bobbi Brown and Rich Face Base as my primer, and I've done a little bit of the collagen lip bath, and I've done a little bit of Hollywood Flawless Filter and a Star Aura, which I really love, and I did a little Walk on a Shame on my eyes with a little bit of her push-up lashes. So you can tell we're doing a little bit of a Charlotte Tilbury thing today. We're just kind of celebrating it since she's kind of come up with a new foundation. Might as well just do a little thing going on. I'm really excited about this foundation. It sounds really wonderful. It sounds right up my street. There's a lot of big claims about this foundation though, so she really went into it, and it can be a lot. So basically, really, the foundation comes in 30 shades, and it is $44. I got mine at Nordstrom's. It is a 1.4 ounce. You can pick it up at Nordstrom's, you can pick it up at Sephora, and you can also pick it up on the Charlotte Tilbury website, which I will have all those links down below. So if you're wanting to check it out or you want to get it, you can do that through links. I personally would recommend that you go in and you actually check this out yourself. Make sure you get matched first, because the shades are, there's a good shade range decently, but they're kind of different. So, I mean, they're a little bit different because her shade ranges are weird. Like at the, you know, the neutrals, the cools, and the warms, but there's like, you know, 3 cools after like, I don't know how many warms and neutrals, and then it jumped back into really heavy warms, and it's just very odd. So I would definitely recommend going in, getting matched, so you don't get the wrong shade, and you don't have to take it back. And you can also even get a sample if you want to, so that way you don't have to worry about actually not liking it. So if you buy it, you don't have to worry about returning it. Sometimes it's just better to kind of do that, to me personally, but I know sometimes it's inconvenient, or maybe you're not near a Sephora or a Nordstrom's or, you know, any place like that where you can do that. So, I mean, I totally understand, but I mean, but it is really pretty. This is the packaging. You can kind of see it. You can see the beautiful skin here on the top. The packaging looks like this. It has a little bit of the on the outside of it. It looks really nice. It reminds me a lot of the Estee Lauder Hydra Rescue with the SPF 45. This one does not contain a sunscreen. That one does. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see if it's a little similar to it or if it feels a little similar to it. So I'm excited to hear about it. You know, so the highlights on this product are that it's long wearing, medium coverage, has hyaluronic acid, natural finish, best for it, you know, dry, combo, normal skin, and it's cruelty free. Just to give you a little bit about it, because again, I'm not going to try to get too technical. I'm going to put up some things here, so if you want to kind of read about it, or if you want to go into your own self-discovery or a little bit more investigation on it, you can. But it's a 16-hour natural glow foundation with buildable medium coverage to hydrate, smooth, blur pores, and it brightens the skin. Its main ingredients are the hyaluronic acid, it is and the rose complex, and it has a Bix Active, which is supposed to help reduce shine and blurs the look of pores. The ingredients in it are interesting. The first is water, of course, and then the second is this Pyrus Malice Apple Fruit Water. And then, you know, there's dimethicone. You know, there's a couple different versions of dimethicone. So there's mica in it. So there's a little bit to give the radiance to it. It's got glycerin. It has, you know, olive oil. I mean, it has like a couple different seed extract, fruit extract. I mean, it's a very interesting ingredient list. So, I mean, you know, so I'm kind of interested to see what it's going to feel like on the skin. I mean, you know, it's free of like a lot of different things. You can see that again on the Sephora website or on her site of all the things that it's free of. You know, again, I will put that up here so if you can see it, if you want to check that out. You know, but let's just get into what it really is. You know, one thing I've learned about foundations and with customers, I mean, you know, like, you know, customers want to know the price. They want to know what it's going to do and if it's going to do the job right. That's all they care about. They don't care about anything else. They don't need a whole list of everything that's in it and what's going on or whatever. Is it going to work? And is it going to, how much it's going to cost? They ain't got time for all the other stuff. So let's just quit the chit chat, Matt, and just get into it. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take it. I'm going to take a pump or so. I get started here. So I have it in the shade 7N. I think I'm going to do it with a more of a, let's do it with my Refer brush because I really like this brush. It's 31 and she's special. I don't use it a lot. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Refer brush and we're just going to go in and kind of tap into it a little bit. And then it's going to take it and kind of blend it in the middle and then start blending it out more instead of adding a lot of product to it. Because if it's like her other products, like, I mean, I have had the Airbrush Flawless Filter. I did not like it. It did not look good on me. I tried to wear it. I tried to keep it for a long time too because I was like, well, Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, I can't get rid of it. But you know what? It's just it was too matte. It was too dry looking. For an oily skin customer and for somebody who loves full coverage, it's a great foundation. And then I think the other one is called is it the Wonder Foundation? I think it's the really sheer, really pretty one. It is really nice. It is a good foundation. It's a very buildable foundation. You get more of a sheer to what maybe a light medium coverage, and it's nice. But I mean, she's a little out of date. Charlotte's had that one for a long time, and then I had Magic Foundation, and the Magic Foundation is nice too. Again, it's a little bit similar to not as heavy coverage as the Flawless Airbrush, but it's, I mean, it was nice. I mean, it's not a bad foundation. I mean, it's okay. I didn't really, it's one of her first ones that she came out with. So it's a very older foundation. So it's not something that I would gravitate towards or I would even recommend to anyone. But it's not too bad of a foundation though. But this is pretty. What do you got? I mean, it feels similar to the Estee Lauder. It does feel similar. I mean, it's definitely giving that look that the Estee Lauder does. I mean, because the Estee Lauder does have that really pretty, kind of a buildable feel to it. It's going on really nice. I mean, you can definitely build it up. The shade's pretty good. It's not bad. Because normally my body's a little bit darker than my neck. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't talk today. My face is lighter than my body, so I'm just trying to get it out there today. Normally, I've had like 8N is normally the one that I wear, so it's really only like a shade down. So it's not too bad, but let's see, but remember, it's not a 7N, it's a 7 Cool. I'm so sorry, I thought it was a 7N, but it's a Cool. But it's doing really good. It's blended in really nice. I'm really liking it. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place with this review today, but I mean, it's been a long day today, so I'm just kind of like, you're probably gonna get a little wonky videos. If you're new watching this, you're gonna be like, okay, he's cracked out of his mind. But see, it's really beautiful. It looks really pretty. Let me just look before we do this. So this is the side without the foundation, and this is the side with the foundation. It's really beautiful. It looks very glowy. Of course, it's not settling in my pores. It's not settling around my nose, not settling through here, which I don't have that problem anyway, usually with foundations. I don't know why I don't get the settling right there, or even in my, like when I frown, I don't get that either. But yeah, it just looks really smooth. It does make your pores look a little bit better. It does make it look a little bit smoother. Kind of impressive. I like it. It looks really beautiful. I'd be wondering to see what it looks like when we just kind of like let it set down for a little bit. But let's go ahead and do the other side. And then we'll kind of blend it out a little bit with the sponge and just see. So anyway, you guys, how are you doing? I can't tell you how many, I'm so overwhelmed. There's so many launches with this, with Dior. And then, then Chanel dropped this big bomb yesterday with this new foundation. I mean, they got this new foundation that just came out and new skincare. And I mean, all this stuff is just happening, and it's just like a little overwhelming sometimes. So I'm trying to get these reviews out to you as soon as I can. So I was just lucky that I was in the store and I was able to pick this up today. So I was able to get this out a little bit, earlier, because if you guys are new to my channel, I, work a lot, I do a lot. I'm consistently, always on the run. So it's a little harder for me to do reviews sometimes. Because I have to set it all up in my room, and it's just a whole big thing. But anyway, It's just a lot going on. So what are you guys picking up for, you know, are you picking up any new spring launches and stuff? I actually will put up here really quick. I do want to just give you, if you want to see the Chanel swatches for spring, I have the lip balms and the blush if you're interested in that. They didn't have the eyeshadows, but I will throw that up there just so you can see the swatches because I swatched it in store. And but they didn't have the tester of the eyeshadows yet. But as soon as they do, I will definitely swatch those for you so you guys can see it. But yeah, I'll throw that up there just in case you're interested. But not to take away from Charlotte Tilbury today, but still. I just want to just be able, you know, show you if you guys are interested to that, where you won't, if you don't like the swatches, then maybe you'll have to spend money on it. But it seems like okay. The balms they're a little dry to me. And the blush is all right, but it's just like a blush. It's like, I mean, it's not anything super, super special, but I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty. It's Chanel. I mean, Chanel, you know, they do some really beautiful things. So, I mean, but anyway, enough about Chanel and back to Charlotte Tilbury. So what do you guys think? It's really pretty. It looks really nice. Let me take a little bit of my damp Sonia Kashuk sponge. I'm going to take a little bit and we're just going to go over it really fast. And it's blending in really good to the skin. And it's just taking away a little bit, some of the, I feel like I'm taking away a little bit more of the shine. But see, my skin is always, because I hydrate so much up underneath it, it's like usually, I don't have that. I always have a glow anyway. It has to be a super, super matte foundation to make me not look glowy. Because you know I'm a glowy and hoey type of hoe. Okay, hey! All right, so what do you guys think? It's really pretty. It looks really nice. I'm going to take just a little dab. Now I think it was 2 pumps. Did I do 2 pumps? Or I don't remember. I think it was 2 pumps. I did 2 pumps and it's like, and that basically covered my whole face and I'm just now finishing up. I didn't have to go back and add any more. So I would do maybe a pump at a time. I would do a little bit, you know, a little bit at a time. I wouldn't like go in full ham, but she gets like a medium coverage. You can maybe build this up to maybe a full probably, but this is enough for me. I mean, I don't want to go any more than this because this would be like 2, but it looks flawless. It looks really pretty. The pores look really pretty. It looks really, really nice. I'm going to be interested to see what it looks like because I am going to do, a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury, my Magic Genius powder, and I've got some of the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. We're going to do some of that. And I'm just going to be interested to see what it looks like and everything. So with that said, I'm going to step away off camera. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then we'll come back on and I will describe to you, see how the blush went on, see how the powder went on, because I'm actually going to use a little bit of my my Look of Love palette. I'm going to use a little bit of that too. So so yeah, so we'll just kind of see what it all looks like together, and you know, and then see what it looks like in the end result. Okay. I'm finished with everything. I've already did I did powder, I did concealer, we did bronzer, I even did a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Wine Contour. I did a little bit of that. We did the face palette and the Look of Love, a little Pillow Talk lipstick. I mean, it turned out really, really pretty. I didn't do false lashes or anything like that because I just wanted to, I didn't want to go that crazy with it. But what do you guys think? It looks really beautiful. I mean, you know, I can't say, there's nothing I can say about it that looks really bad. Let's see what Miss Piggy says. Miss Piggy says, you know, it looks really smooth. It looks really nice with the powder and everything. It did mattify it a little bit with the powder. I did a little bit of the, I did the Charlotte Tilbury, the magic powder. I did a little bit of that. And set it just a little bit, you know, but it did really nicely. I mean, everything blended really well over it. The bronzer blended well over it. The contour blended well over it. The blush blended well over it because I did the powder out of the Look of Love palette. But it looks nice. I mean, you know, it looks really beautiful. It's really smooth. It still has a little bit of a glow. I did a little bit of the highlight out of the Look of Love palette, but I didn't want to take away too much because I wanted to see what the foundation, how it kind of looked with it. But it looks really pretty. I mean, you know, so far so good. I mean, I can't complain about it. I mean, I definitely could see it's a big difference from the Flawless filter. I will, or the name of the airbrush Flawless filter. Totally big difference. It looks just, it's more breathable. It feels better. It doesn't feel heavy. It's, you know, you can feel a little bit of makeup on it, but I think it's mainly because I did primer and I did, you know, a heavier moisturizer underneath it. But it looks really nice. I mean, I can't really complain about it so far. I mean, it looks really smooth on me. I'm not seeing any settling in lines and wrinkles. I'm not seeing any, you know, really, if you guys want to see just a little bit more up close, I'll show you up close. You guys can see it a little bit more. Let me turn my ring light down just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit, kind of like what it looks like and see. But see, this is like what it looks like in just the light. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? It's still got a really beautiful glow. It looks really nice without all the, you know, without the light. I mean, of course, the lights always make everything look better, but it looks really nice. I mean, again, it's not settling anything. It looks really smooth, looks really pretty. So yeah, I mean, I can't say no to it at all. I give it a thumbs up. It's a Gabe approved. I mean, I think it's, was not a big shocker. Just listening to the words of it and everything, and kind of with Charlotte Tilbury and kind of the idea that it might be something a little bit similar, you know, a little bit like the Hydra Rescue, because it does feel a little bit like Hydra Rescue. It does have that little bit of that skincare ingredient to it or whatever. It does have the hyaluronic acid in it. You can definitely feel it. I can feel some of the tackiness of the foundation, of some of the hyaluronic, because, you know, hyaluronic sometimes has a little bit of a sticky feel. And, you know, even setting it down with powder, it still has a little bit of tack to it. But it's not super bad, but it's probably still hasn't dried down completely yet. You know, but I really like it. I mean, you know, it seems to feel fine to me. I don't mind that, but I mean, you know, you might, again, want to check it out on your own and maybe get a sample of it before you actually take it home. But, you know, but if you want that, you know, Sephora has a great, you know, return policy, and so does Nordstrom if you do it within 30 days. I mean, if you want to just, you know, get it and return it if you don't like it, I think it's nice. I mean, you know, I think it would be worth a pickup. I mean, if you're interested in a new foundation and you need a new foundation, if you don't need a new foundation, then definitely don't do it. I would do a sample, you know, just try it, and then maybe it might be your next foundation purchase. You know, definitely never buy anything unless you absolutely need it. It's just not, you don't need everything that's brand new. But if you love Charlotte Tilbury and you usually like a lot of her stuff, this would be something that you would be interested in, I think. If your normal combination, or more on the dry side for sure. If you're oily, I don't know if you're going to like this. You could use it and try it. It's still got a little bit more glow to it, though I don't think you're going to like that. And I don't think you're going to like the hyaluronic acid feeling, that little bit of that tack to it. I don't think you're going to like that either. You're not going to like that kind of that plumping feel to it. But, you know, it's definitely worth to check out. I mean, you know, I don't know everything, but I mean, it's just me being around most oily skin customers, I don't think it has that kind of a feel to it that an oily skin would like. I think it would feel too, it's got something to it that'd be too radiant to them, I think. Again, the airbrush would be more for you if you're oilier. I think you're a heavy combination. I think that would be more way to go. But if you're light combo and you're normal to dry, I think you would give this a shot. If you're a fan of the Estee Lauder Hydra Rescue, I think you would really like it. I think it would be worth the shot to check out. You know, so with that said, I'm happy with it, guys. I mean, I will keep you up to date, and I will wear this, you know, all day, and, you know, I'll wear it under a mask, and, you know, and maybe in my, like, January favorites or an update and maybe another video, I'll let you know how I'm thinking about this, because there's quite a few foundation launches, and I'm getting quite a few samples here and there, because I'm not going to go out and buy the bottles on a lot of these, because it's just so overwhelming and so much money. But I can go in stores and get samples, and, you know, and I've done reviews with samples before, and I'll do it again. I mean, you know, at least the whole thing is just to let you guys know what it feels like, whether it's worthy, whether you even need to go get a sample of it. But, you know, if you've got a skin type a little bit like mine, or, you know, if you're a little bit more mature, or if you're somebody that is looking for something that's a little bit more on the radiant side, or you like that radiant look, you know, but again, if you're not, then this foundation is definitely not going to be for you. I would definitely say that. But with that said, I'm going to head on out of here. Thank you guys so much for dropping in and hanging out with me and just hearing this review. I hope that it was helpful for you. Remember, be safe, be strong, you know, be proud, stand tall, love yourself, and And remember to, you know, be a little kind to someone, because a little kindness can go off a long way, because these days sometimes we just don't get it. And, you know, just a little patience, little kindness, little kind word, little how are you, good morning, can go off a long way sometimes, especially because you never know what that person's going through. And then also remember to love someone today. Make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Make sure that you tell them that you love them, because life is way too short. And, you know, with that said, that's it, guys. And we will see you again in the next episode. So peace out, take care, and love you all. Bye.